Drum circle on Sunday. Just show me
one moment in the show where I will be on beat. You'll find out that later.
Oh yeah, we're TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Perfect Pitch Pr0n. I'm a little pitchy mine.
You guys, it is Monday, June 30th, and we're coming to you live from the G4 studios right here in Los Angeles.
On the show today, a little critter goes bonkers, and no, it's not the Mini-Me sex tape. It's a hamster fight. I don't offer Mini-Me. He's getting some. Just part of today's Around the Net, and later in the loop, the Dark Knight is almost here. Any fans? Thought so. Devin from Chud.com will be joining me to discuss the early reviews and the chances of Heath Ledger getting an Oscar nomination.
And it's almost illegal to drive without a hands-free device in California. You guys are booing safety?
It's not safe.
It is
BS.
safe.
It's BS.
So today's Gadget Pr0n will feature several Bluetooth devices that should keep you out of trouble.
Okay, all right.
We'll break down the differences between the best from Nokia, Motorola, and A-Lip. And then throw your guns in the air. Woo! Is that what say? Throw your guns in the air.
And wave them like you just... No.
It's Gun 101 with Allison Hayslip. She's back in my home state of Oklahoma, shooting off some very unique weapons.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get my Bluetooth headset on so I can hold my McMuffin and slap my child in the back seat. Oh, driving is so much safer now.
Well, stop eating McMuffins.
They're tasty.
Before we go even further into demise, it's time to run down the top 5 things from the web.
Oh, the Around the Net thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I need to make a phone call. Where's my Bluetooth? Oh, let me look here. Let me look everywhere but the road.
People like me that are crazy drivers and drive stick and talk on the phone.
And talk on the phone.
Hard.
And now you just got an extra hand free to not pay attention or hold the wheel. All right.
Now I can text when I drive. It's really
Enough
good.
in the soapbox. Playgrounds. Who loves them? Show of hands?
I
do. They're the places where magical moments can occur that really change your life forever. I mean, maybe you'll meet a lifelong friend, or have your first kiss, or chug your first underage beer, or maybe you'll touch your first underage...
maybe, just maybe, that's where you'll turn yourself into a helmet-wearing chimp. I saved you.
Right.
You got this. Go.
Oh! You clap now, but you will feel nothing but shame, because obviously everyone had fun. There was a bit of an unexpected consequence to this little bit of horseplay.
I'm just a couple minutes away. Sorry, to get surgery.
Yeah, going to surgery. Huh? Who's clapping now, jerks?
Well, after his brain surgery, he's likely to forget why he's wearing a helmet and diaper for the rest of his life. But he will always have this clip to refresh his memory.
Precious. Yeah! And that was an internet emotional roller coaster.
Really?
I mean, at first, yeah, you sort of have the joys, and then you hit the peak, and it's like, oh, the idiot got hit in the head, and then, oh, he's in surgery. And then you hit the loop-de-loop.
To me, it was like one big high, you know? First he gets hit, then he's in surgery, and that's just amazing. And then he's never going to walk again. That's even better.
And then we rub it in his face by looping it repeatedly.
That's not a roller coaster.
I would get the souvenir photo from that ride.
I would, too. The tragedy continues at number 4 today with an audition tape for MTV's newest train wreck. RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes. Yeah. No, that's right. That's right. I was going to say they're racing for pink slips, but it doesn't really... I guess you don't have them. Celine Dion's I Drove All Night gets warbled by a naked, morbidly obese transvestite, so send the kids out of the room, and actually send everyone out of the room.
Yeah, don't
for this.
watch
Just
this.
listen. That video did the impossible. It improved Celine Dion, but it ruined boobs.
No, much too high a price for fixing Celine.
I agree. I'm not getting my dad a webcam.
Oh my gosh. Your dad would be awesome.
No.
Why didn't we think of that before why didn't you think of that before the show?
Because I don't want to think about that.
Your dad would have loved to do that.
I can't think of anybody who wants that mental imagery. We should send him a webcam.
That's why you
and
put
a wig.
Yeah, we should.
Oh.
Tomorrow,
right. Guys, go to the forums and post what song you want my dad to sing in front of the computer. Because it's better than trolling MySpace for him.
He's
it's
a lot of man.
Yeah.
He's a lot of man.
All right, coming in at number 3 today is a new breakthrough performance from the best pop superstar that you've never heard of. It's icy, spicy, Beyonce.
That's right. Now we can't really describe what you're about to hear. It's not quite that. I mean, that sounded lovely.
That was sensuous.
So I want you guys to hear right now Leonce's MySpace page, and she's going to do it for us. Now, quote, Leonce is an incredible singer, songwriter, musician, producer, and a great entertainer.
True. Her music is a stunning blend of rock, blues, jazz, power pop fusion, together with fabulous sounds from all over the world, like India, Europe, Portugal, America, Western country, which creates an enormous musical package, end quote. All right, so let's see how this works out for everybody, shall we? Okay.
The invisible girl, I can fly unseen around the world. I can touch the White House and Eiffel Tower. I can fly over Big Ben and touch my way. Just wherever I want to do what I like with what I want. And the naughty girl, not naughty, electric, invisible girl, invisible girl.
I like that move. I kind of liked it. You know, I bought some of her tracks on iTunes, and now it's recommending songs in Beast Rock, which I didn't know was a genre.
Hold on. You were buying her songs. You weren't buying my songs.
Your songs.
Okay, because oh my God, we're supposed to be friends.
What are you?
Look,
I didn't know you.
Totally stealing my thunder.
And the green screen girl, I can be anywhere around the world. I got my eyesight camera and my clip art folder. I can hang out in Russia or go skiing in Boulder. I don't care how it looks or about elocution, cause the internet video's in low resolution. And the worse it is, you'll be more likely to share it, and eventually a TV program will air it. I am a green screen girl. I can be anywhere around the world. Whoa.
Oh my God! Tell me. Hold on, no. Tell me you regret that already. That was so embarrassingly bad. It pains me to know you right now. What? Were you hit by playground equipment like the first dude?
The sad part is
you were trying there, weren't you?
I was really trying to be on key. Honestly, no. As terrible it was, that should be all over the internet in no less than 15 minutes. Can I just say something?
Phenomenal.
Can I say something?
Please.
I really enjoyed my time working here at G4, and I'm sorry it has to end today.
What a note to go out on, though, right? I mean,
everybody can contest who was up on the third floor that I was practicing her moves. I was trying to get it down. I was really trying.
I did like the ad. That was my favorite dance move ever. I don't know what it's
mine.
Yeah, that's... Well, that was a moment.
Coming in at number 2 today is a cat with no face. It's hard to follow what you just saw, but this is going to do quite well. It's kind of like that Mel Gibson movie. It's a bit disturbing, but in 2 months, nobody will remember it.
Very true. This is a blog for a cat named Chase. And as a kitten, she was disfigured in a terrible accident, but she survived and is now fully healed, except for the fact that she doesn't have a face.
I found me.
Kill it! Kill it now! End it!
I never liked cats, and now I hate them.
It looked and sounded like one of the head crabs from Half-Life. Like, it made weird... Chase actually works in a hospital as a therapy cat, encouraging... As you can hear, Chase encourages disfigured patients and apparently mentally scars everybody else in the building for life.
Wow. Well, you know, if you guys didn't think about it, we should all like kind of take a second, because that cat helping all of those, patients out there, that really means that she has done more to help people than we ever will or plan to do.
Did you see the weird bald monkey face thing, though, in the middle of the furry patch?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
That's not going to make me feel better if I'm in the
Is it missing fur or flesh?
It's missing the cute. That's one cat that cannot have a cheeseburger. I'm sorry. You can't have Neosporin. Fix that ugly mug. Finally, coming in at number one today.
Greatest response you've ever had, I think.
Thank you. Coming in at number one today and dominating the interwebs is a video that captures an epic struggle between two close friends that were turned bitter enemies. It's tragic.
It is a classic tale of revenge and betrayal, part of a storytelling tradition that stretches all the way back to Homer. Oh, it's also about hamsters.
In the minute of the morning, baby, with a coffee and my high-heeled spoon, I drink. Wanna fall into you, but I can't let it matter.
We watched this video during a read-through, and we were commenting on how funny it is that, like, when frat guys fight, there's an hour of pomp and circumstance and, like, peacock feather rustling where they're like, what do you want? And push. Hamsters are 0 to 60. Just like 1 minute you're sharing a wheel, the next minute you're slap fighting in the corner.
Each other.
I love it. I love it. You know Richard Gere keistered one of those guys, right?
Allegedly.
Oh, I guess I should have said that, because I believe it was a gerbil. So
Allegedly.
Didn't Snopes list that as true? I mean, he pretty much did, right?
Snopes listed it as true. Allegedly. True.
Well done.
Allegedly.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, do you think he's banned from Petco? Like, do you think, like, I wonder if, like, a store like that has a list and he's on it. Just saying. Go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
Don't forget to catch tonight's 7 o'clock show featuring ATN After Hours with exclusive video from the
hamsters?
future. Oh. Actually, it's from Japan, where everything is futuristic. Hitomi Kitamura is your After Hours model.
Hello.
She's just 22.
Oh, no. Come on.
One of the most beautiful and successful young stars of all of Nippon. So if you guys check her out tonight, After Hours, and this evening, you'll be one of the things that's up with Japan.
Right now, time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, if you're a Family Guy fan, you'll soon be able to watch Seth MacFarlane's new series all over the internet. Plus, find out if you'll be able to see Hancock in the comfort of your living room before it's released on DVD. And Guillermo del Toro proves once again that he'll protect the integrity of the Shire at all costs. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
You guys, Bill Gates retired from the world's first computer monopoly last Friday.
And this weekend, like all retirees, he made a list of things that he actually wants to accomplish before his ultimate demise.
Well, Bill, it's your last week at Microsoft. Now that you have all this free time, what are you going to do with it?
Well, Steve, let's just say I have a list. Beat Richard Branson in our race to the center of the earth.
I'll follow you into the bowels of hell, Bill!
Finally have that lightsaber battle with George Lucas using real lightsabers. We've been talking about it forever. I'm finally going to tell people about my secret unicorn farm. And this one is Altair. He feasts on purple dreams. I've always wanted to learn weightless taxidermy. And I want to eat my own clone. And perform my final act as head of Microsoft.
Well, it sounds like you'll be keeping yourself busy.
And then I'll only have one last thing left to do.
What's that?
Hunt the most dangerous game, of course. I'm just kidding. You have a 20-second head start.
1918. Run, Steve! 5, 4, 3.
Everybody needs a bucket list.
Still ahead, get ready to hit record on your DVR. We've got the brand new full-length trailer for the new James Bond film, Quantum of Solace.
By the way, you should have already been recording this every day, same time. And we'll go back to Oklahoma, where Allison Hayslip will consult gun experts at the Oklahoma Full Auto Shoot and Trade Show. We got our hands on a Glock 18C. It's a 9mm
slow this down. Take your time.
submachine pistol. Pistol that fires 1,200 rounds per minute. She lives to tell about
I
it.
love it when you talk tactical.
I said pistol.
Didn't Snopes list that as true? We're ditching the censors and cleaning up the blurs as we take you inside the wildest videos the web has to offer. It's time to offer up the craziest content we're not allowed to show you in prime time. Anything goes in Around the Net After Hours. It's been a while, but we've finally returned to one of our favorite internationally sexy locales, the unforgettable island of Japan. Welcoming us ashore is the lovely Hitomi Kitamura, one of Japan's most popular sexy idols, enjoying a peaceful trip to a local tea house. At only 22 years old, Hitomi is the hottest hostess we've ever seen, except for that one time at the old Sizzler. With a ton of DVDs and picture books devoted to her amazing appearance, Hitomi makes us wonder why we don't show off ladies from the island of the rising sun every single day. We're saving the internet one bashful virgin at a time, so check back next time for more Around the Net After Hours.
Bill Gates retired from the world's first computer monopoly last Friday.
And this weekend, like all retirees, he made a list of things that he actually wants to accomplish before his ultimate demise.
Well, Bill, it's your last week at Microsoft. Now that you have all this free time, what are you going to do with it?
Well, Steve, let's just say I have a list. Beat Richard Branson in our race to the center of the earth.
I'll follow you into the bowels of hell, Bill!
Finally have that lightsaber battle with George Lucas using real lightsabers. We've been talking about it forever. I'm finally going to tell people about my secret unicorn farm. And this one is Altair. He feasts on purple dreams. I've always wanted to learn weightless taxidermy. And I want to eat my own clone. And perform my final act as head of Microsoft.
Well, it sounds like you'll be keeping yourself busy.
And then I'll only have one last thing left to do.
What's that?
Hunt the most dangerous game, of course. I'm just kidding. You have a 20-second head start.
1918. Run, Steve! 5, 4, 3.
Everybody needs a bucket list.
Still ahead, get ready to hit record on your DVR. We've got the brand new full-length trailer for the new James Bond film, Quantum of Solace.
By the way, you should have already been recording this every day, same time. And we'll go back to Oklahoma, where Allison Hayslip will consult gun experts at the Oklahoma Full Auto Shoot and Trade Show. We got our hands on a Glock 18C. It's a 9mm
Slow this down. Take your time.
submachine pistol. Pistol that fires 1,200 rounds per minute. She lives to tell about
I
it.
love it when you talk tactical.
I said pistol.
Something's different about this area.
They removed some of them.
We're getting room for the robots.
What? Spoilers. We're live. Let's get some learning.
That's right. Here's the feed.
Nintendo here in Hollywood.
The feed with Layla Kaylee.
Alright guys, let's get right to it. It's been a while since Google asked Seth MacFarlane to create an exclusive web series for them, but in September we'll finally see the results. The project is called Seth MacFarlane's Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy, and Google will use their AdSense program to distribute the videos. Instead of ads, they'll put clips of the show on websites that they've determined Family Guy audiences like to visit. All in all, there'll be 50 episodes, and each will be 2 minutes long. MacFarlane describes them as animated versions of the cartoons you see in The New Yorker, only edgier. Tomorrow, Arnold Schwarzenegger will hold a press conference with Tesla Motors to announce a new electric car. Rumor has it the car will be a 4-door 5-passenger sedan and is endorsed by the state of California. It's part of a plan to increase the number of electric cars on the roads and save energy. The most known Tesla car, called the Roadster, costs over $100,000, so if you want more electric cars on the road, hopefully the new electric car will be cheaper. Either way, you've got time to save your money. It should be ready for purchase in 2010. The movie industry is trying to find new ways to distribute films. Usually the studios release films to theaters, then to DVD, then to cable and satellite, and finally free television. Instead of this progression, Sony Pictures is releasing the Will Smith film Hancock in theaters this week, and then making the film available for viewers at home, but not on DVD. Instead, anyone who owns a Sony Bravia television can download the film and stream it directly to their television sets. Movie theater owners are nervous about the change. They think studios will shorten the time films run in theaters, and that's a lot less popcorn and candy for them to make money on. And finally, if you were wondering how much artistic integrity Guillermo del Toro has, we've got the answer. It's a lot. Some Tolkien fans have been upset about the rumored second Hobbit film because it's not based on any book, just traces of other writings. But del Toro says that he is devoted to making the best film version of The Hobbit that he can. If they can find a second movie in the material, they'll do it, but he says he won't shoot it if there's nothing there. He doesn't want to overstep his bounds and violate Tolkien canon. Well, that should put a lot of fans at ease, I hope. That's it for today, guys, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed.
All right, the first great reviews of Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight have landed, and some are saying this could be the best Batman film ever. Is it, though? Well, it's time to find out in The Loop. Joining me from Los Angeles to help us make sense of it all, editor for Chud.com and Loop veteran Devin Faraci joins us. What's up, Devin? How are you?
Hey, Kevin.
You and I are among the select few, the fancy few, that saw The Dark Knight in IMAX last week.
We did.
Without letting that sway your opinion, which I'm sure you won't, give us a mini review, if you will.
I think it's a really good movie. I think that it probably is the best Batman film so far. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a little long. I think it's kind of overstuffed.
Devin, I'm sorry. I want to just make sure we're hearing you correctly.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a problem with my earpiece. Was that a potential criticism of The Dark Knight?
Kevin, this is in fact not a flawless masterpiece. It's a little long. It's probably got about 20 minutes of extra flab on it that could have been cut out in the editing room.
Dark Knight reviews fall under protected speech. You could be fired and/or exiled for saying anything negative about this film, right?
I'm already in the witness protection program. I'm moving out to Iowa right now. So
well, they gave you a fantastic beard, yes. I must say. No, I mean, listen. Okay, yes, they could have trimmed some fat. I agree. I think it was a little too long, but everybody is clamoring over this film, saying it is the second coming, that it beats Citizen Kane. It's it's Citizen with a cape.
No.
Are they crazy, or are they just buying into the hype?
You know what it is? When you see the movie for the first time on the IMAX screen, nobody's seen it yet. It's a good movie. It's exciting. You've been waiting. People get a little bit jazzed up. I think let's talk about how if this is up there with, The Godfather Part 2 or Empire Strikes Back, comparisons I've heard made. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that in 5 or 6 years. How about right now it's a really good summer action movie, and it's probably the best Batman movie.
All right, so definitely better than Batman Begins?
Oh, yeah, Batman Begins had a lot of problems. I'm already hated on the internet for saying that. So The Dark Knight really improves in every way on Batman Begins.
Now, one of the things that I did love is that the director went for realism. Not a fan of CG, wanted to keep stuff looking good. Do you agree with that choice?
Oh yeah, I think it's great. I mean, there's so much of the stuff that's in this movie is practical. There's these car chases. They're crashing helicopters, and they're really crashing helicopters. It's pretty cool.
Even at 4 hours in length?
Yes, well, you know, by about hour 7.5, I thought that, you know, it maybe was a little much, but, you know.
You know, for as much as I like to gripe about the film's extra 30 minutes that I thought, again, could have been trimmed, I could have watched 7 hours of Heath Ledger's performance. I mean, I loved it, and I was watching it wondering, hey, like, okay, if this wasn't hyped, if the circumstances weren't what they are, would I appreciate this performance that much? And I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a great performance. I think that Heath is become the iconic Joker. I think his Joker is one of the great screen villains, period. The thing is that there is a lot of hype about the role because of Heath's unfortunate passing. I mean, would he have been an Oscar hype buzz guy right now if he was still alive? I don't know. If he does get the Oscar nomination,
do you think just the Batman and specifically the Dark Knight fanboys, would they be, you know, pining for that Oscar nod, or do you think that everybody's doing it now just because of that situation?
Well, I think the fact that, you know, who can really tell? I think that if he was still alive, I think it would be the fanboys talking. The thing is that if he does get the nomination, it would not be the worst posthumous nomination ever given. It's a really good performance. I don't think that it's an Oscar performance, but it's a damn good performance anyway.
All right, well, Nolan and Bale are expected to return for another Batman film. If you're in their ear right now, what do you whisper to them? What do they need to do?
They need to make sure they bring in Scarface. He's the guy who has the puppet. I think a ventriloquist villain is exactly what Batman needs at this point. That's the most important thing.
How long are we going to have to wait for this film?
Oh, probably about 4 years. I mean, Nolan is like, he's really picky about coming back. He's probably going to want to do another film in the meantime. I just spoke to him yesterday at the LA press junket for the film, and he isn't even convinced he wants to do the third. I think he'll do it, but it's going to take a couple of years. It's going to take as long as it took from Batman Begins.
And I hope he shoots the whole thing in IMAX. I mean, I love the action sequences when it jumps to that IMAX quality, but I want the whole film to be shot.
The IMAX is amazing, and he's really in love with the IMAX process, and I think he uses it really well. Who knows, we might very well see the first blockbuster IMAX movie with Batman 3.
Very quick, because we're out of time, I'm just curious, do you have a number in mind for opening weekend? How's this movie going to perform?
It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge movie. It's probably going to be, I don't think it's going to break any records, but it's going to be way up there. It's going to be one of the probably top 10 opening weekends. They're going to make a lot of damn money on this one.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very safe bet. All right, Devin, thank you so much for coming on. Again, we always appreciate having you here. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. Right now, we're going to go over to Olivia Munn. Why so serious?
That was a really bad Why So Serious. It was really bad. It was really bad.
Why don't you go get on your carpet and sing?
I should.
Glass
But right now, I want to check in with Morgan, who's a lot classier than the rest of us over here. Let's see what X-Play has coming up.
Guys, tons of new announcements in tonight's show. Diablo 3 was officially revealed at the Blizzard Worldwide Invitational this weekend, and it's playable. We were there for all the news and have the game's first trailer. Well, if that's not big enough for you, Rock Band 2 has officially been announced. One console is getting the game first this September, and we're going to tell you all the details in the gaming update. Plus, Call of Duty World at War is coming later this year, and we've got an all-access look at this action-packed World War II shooter with the latest details straight from the game's producer. And sure, you can run through Metal Gear Solid 4 in 3 hours, but you'll miss out on all the fun. Kristen Holt has new Easter eggs to hunt for in today's Cheat. Well, we've got all that and more at 8. Back to you.
Thanks, Morgan. Still ahead, we've got some sweet Bluetooth devices on Gadget Pr0n, including one that eliminates background noise. We tried it out, it worked. And later we'll check in again with Allison Hayslip at the Oklahoma Full Auto Show and Trade Show. You saw them blow up a car? Now we'll see what they used to make it go boom! Like an M2 HP belt-fed Browning machine gun? What the hell is that? This fall's new James Bond movie.
Yes, Daniel Craig returns in The Quantum of Solace.
I was always very interested to meet you. I'd heard so much about you from Vesper. If she hadn't killed herself, we would have had you too.
Are you going to tell us who you work for?
The first thing you should know about us is that we have people everywhere.
I thought I could trust you. You said you weren't motivated by revenge.
I'm motivated by my duty.
I think you're so blinded by inconsolable rage that you don't care who you hurt. When you can't tell your friends from your enemies, it's time to go.
You don't have to worry about me.
Restrict Bond's movements. Put a stop on his passports. Find Bond.
How long have I got? 30 seconds. That doesn't give us a lot of time.
I tell you, Daniel Craig is this generation's Steve McQueen.
I've been saying that for years.
I'm going to buy that.com.
You and I saw the last Bond together. I loved it. We're going to go see this one together, too. You guys, you're going to meet the new Bond girls, Olga Krylenko, also known as Olga Smith, and Gemma Atherton later this fall.
Smith is just so hard to say, though.
I know. I think she should change it to Munn. Now, these aren't any James Bond gadgets right here, but today's Gadget Pr0n will have to tie... Did you hear something?
Maybe.
That's weird. Okay, these are going to have to tide you over until you get a license to kill.
Was that one of these? All right, like it or not, and I do not like it, but depending upon where you live, you may need today's Pr0n to avoid some traffic tickets. It's an all Bluetooth edition of the old Gadget Pr0n.
Here in California, on July 1st, hands-free headsets aren't just for D-bags anymore. No, they're the law. Thankfully, Nokia, Motorola, and Aleph have plenty of options. Nokia's BH902 Bluetooth headset has an OLED display, while Motorola's T505 is a Bluetooth speaker and FM transmitter. Finally, Aleph's Jawbone headset eliminates background noise to improve audio quality. Prices range from $90 to $130.
All right, I want to start off with the Motorola Bluetooth speaker. Now,
yeah, I don't know about this one. Because it's like, it's bad enough when you're like at the supermarket or something like that. This one's really,
look like a major,
heavy,
well,
unaesthetic.
this one is mainly just for your car.
I just don't get, it's not comfortable.
No, well, how about put it here in your pocket?
And the silver doesn't blend well with the face at all. Yeah, exactly.
You can walk around.
It's a new pocket protector. No. This clips onto the visor of your car, and it actually gets the job done very well.
So how do you think it works?
It doesn't slide off at all. It may seem like it's too far away to carry on a conversation comfortably, but that never really becomes a problem.
Do you find yourself yelling at
No,
it?
yeah, you don't. I mean, at first, absolutely, but you know,
because you're not used to it.
Yeah, and it's tremendous road rage. But you calm down and you speak at a normal volume, and it picks it up just fine. The gray helps it blend in. You know, if you're Magneto and you want to wear it on your ear. If not, it does a good job of looking good in your car, and it's got big buttons, nice and easy to use.
Now, what about the FM transmitter? How exactly is that working on this?
So the device itself will actually talk to you and tell you what FM frequencies are open. So it'll let you know when a channel's clear, and it'll interrupt music that you're playing through the device to actually tell you, hey, you have a phone call coming in, which is great. It also tells you what phone number is calling, and it has enough range so there isn't much static on your radio.
Does it have that weird voice like 5, 8, 3?
Do you do the voice for
4?
Tell me to turn right in about a quarter mile.
Turn right in a quarter mile.
That's good.
Is that good? Thanks, Liz. Thanks, Liz.
It's available for bar mitzvahs.
Okay, so what do we give this Motorola in your... And I'm still trying to figure out how you guys rate these. It's like 91%.
It's the arbitrary scale of justice. If you have a convertible, you're screwed, but it does eliminate the whole headset debaggery. So $100 online. Because of that, 83%. See how we justified it? Justified.
I see that. So it's a low B.
Yes,
not quite a solid B. It's a B minus. All right, now I want to get to the headsets because we're going to need these definitely if you live in LA. So I want to ask you about the Jawbones design.
Yeah, this is the Jawbone here. This is the next gen Jawbone. It's pretty good for the most part. The setup and pairing were a bit of a pain. I had someone tell me how to do it, so I didn't have a problem. But apparently, you have to press the back and the middle and hold them down at the same time, and hopefully it gets it paired. But the buttons are hidden on the headset. So while this makes it a beautiful design, it's like looks like all one piece. You you can accidentally press the wrong button or not quite know exactly what you're doing or wonder, oh, am I actually pressing it?
Yeah.
The LED, here, I'll try to turn it on for you. The LED is kind of hidden in the middle of the device, and it doesn't make a noise when you power off, so what you're going to have to do at that point is essentially press it in for a little while, hope it shut off.
Is that feedback? Can you feel
it? No, I mean, you can feel the
it doesn't have
click.
a sound. Because earlier we were trying to take off the noise, the background noise cancellation, and we didn't know if it was on or off.
It was hard to tell if it does make a noise when you turn it on or off, but when you shut the actual device on or off, there's no noise. So you'd have to look down at your headset, check to see if the light is blinking, then get in your accident before you can put the headset away. So I'm not a big fan of that.
Kevin and I tried out the noise background cancellation.
It works.
It really works.
It really works. It's got this little nub that sort of rests against your face, and I guess that helps it detect if you're talking or not. Bottom line is that when I was in the other room and people were talking in the background, which I'm assuming could be wind noise as well, the device did not make a sound
if you
on
weren't
the other
talking.
end. Yeah, the moment I started talking, it registered that
everything.
it would turn on and pick up. So the best audio from what we've tested so far. So we really like the Jawbone.
So what percentage are you giving the Jawbone?
Well, the cheapest we could find it for is $130, so it's a little pricey. So we're going to give it an 88%.
All right, now, still don't understand your rating system.
Well, it was right there. It was a little bar.
Well, I
fills
saw
with little green goo, and then you give it a percentage.
88%.
Yeah, that's how it works.
See how I got that? Now, finally, the Nokia headset has a screen on it, but I want to ask you, what does it help you with, like when it's in your ear?
It makes everything a lot easier. I mean, it tells you what steps you have to take to pair it. It sort of walks you through that. If you have a Nokia phone like the N95, then it will sync with all of your recent missed calls, so you can actually make calls directly from the headset. No need to fumble with your phone. And you have other indicators which are really important. You have battery life, time stamps, unread messages, etc. But I mean, to me, that's the biggest thing to look and go, oh, do I have to take my headset out of the car and charge it, or does it have enough battery left?
So how is the sound quality?
The best, actually,
really?
from what we reviewed. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. It's all around. It's a great device, but I
think this thing on the top is kind of useless.
Well, and that's the thing. The clip, I don't think, is nearly as firm or comfortable as the Jawbone, and the design of it doesn't look that great in the ear. It looks like, you're smuggling a domino away from the park or something like that. Like, it's really, it's not the flashiest thing in the world. And you've got to obviously be looking at the screen, if you want to use the screen.
Okay, so what do we give this one?
About $100 online, which is good for you. You should figure this out now.
Okay, wait, $100.
87%! Come on!
I was going to guess.
It was already on the screen.
I was going to guess, but my eyes were closed. So I was going to guess.
All right, guess.
87%.
Oh, she is good, everybody. That's Olivia Munn for you.
Use some talent today is what I'm telling you.
You're learning.
That's it for Gadget Pr0n, you guys. And remember, for even more of the latest news on computers and tech, check out g4tv.com/thefeed. Now, pull the Bluetooth out of your ear. It's time to attack this. First up is the LG Dare, a new touchscreen phone for Verizon. The Dare has a 3-inch touchscreen that supports handwriting recognition and a touch keyboard. Now, the coolest thing about this phone are the camera features. You get a 3.2 megapixel camera with a flash, face detection, and lighting correction tools. Now, the touchscreen can also be used to write on the images as well as crop and zoom them. You can buy this phone for a daring $200 with one of those stupid, unnecessary agreements. Now, if you're still looking for that perfect pocket movie recorder, take a look at DXG's 567V pocket recorder. Included is a 5-megapixel sensor, the ability to shoot 720p video, and a 2-inch LCD screen. The video recorder is roughly camera size and runs on AA's, making it easy to carry and easier to maintain over long periods of shooting. It comes with 32 megs of built-in flash memory, but also supports up to 8 gigs of SDHC cards as well. Now, you can get this for an affordable $180. Now, if you want to get a wall-mounted TV as well as a compact desk computer top, consider getting both with a Sony Vaio LT. Now, this all-in-one system is comprised of a 22-inch monitor that houses all of your computer components, kind of like an iMac. The monitor displays at 1680 by 1050, includes cable card integration so you can watch and record HD channels, and even has a built-in Blu-ray player. All control peripherals are wireless, and the monitor also has a webcam for your video viewer males. Pricing starts as low as $2,000. Finally, if it's expandable music playing possibilities you're looking for, check out T-Vix's HD M7000A Media Jukebox. These would be really fun if the names were just like Ben and Sam, but they're not. Okay, so this thing, it supports ISOs and MKVs file formats. The jukebox can play media from a built-in data dock, USB port, or networked storage devices like your PC, and outputs to your TV via HDMI at up to 1080p resolution. You can also record television with it. Find it online for $650. Head on over to g4tv.com/ AOTS for info on all this gadget tech and more. You guys stay tuned. Miss Allison Hayslip rounded up some gun experts at the Oklahoma Full Auto Shoot and Trade Show. They'll give us the specs on guns like the STG-58 rifle. It's accurate to 700 meters. Stay around.
Tech savvy, the nerd, the nasty, hack 3, hack G4, rider, chip 2, man, this nerd core scoring free plays in the arcade and beyond. Plus I got so many gadgets, I'm the nerdy James Bond. Started fast sharing, I'm the Telegordon renegade, sharing freaking text, baby, hacking phones and getting paid. Mess with me and feel the wrath of an on the con. We got that rule 34 on your mind, so watch your girl, it's a nerd's world. Damn tech, whitey cracker, and it's a nerd's world.
Chicks and guns was Hollywood's first never-fail formula for success.
Yes, here's Allison Hayslip reloaded at the Oklahoma gun apocalypse.
Allison Hayslip here at the Oklahoma Full Auto Shoot and Trade Show. This one place has got tons of guns, tons of vendors. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on some kick-ass weapons.
We got guns from World War I to present. We've got lots of good people here at Machine Gun Rentals. It's a family-oriented event.
To experience the heavy artillery firsthand, I've recruited a few gun experts to run down the specs on some of the more unique guns at the show. Jess here's going to explain to me this gun. What are you holding?
This is a Glock 18C. It's a German 9mm submachine pistol. The standard magazine holds 17 rounds, or you can use extended magazines up to 33 rounds, 1,200 rounds a minute. Fires very fast. Semi-automatic or full automatic when you load it down.
How much do these things run?
Dealers pay upwards of $3,500. They're very hard to get.
Can I try it out?
Sure.
That blew me back.
This is the FAL rifle, specifically the STG-58 variant. It's chambered in the 7.62 NATO cartridge, also known as the 308 for civilian. Effective range on this is around 700 meters. It's a select fire rifle. In other words, it can fire in semi-automatic and fully automatic. This nifty little flash hider up here is designed to cut fences if you ever have to. Yeah, you slide it over a barbed wire fence, squeeze the trigger, and the fence goes away.
How much does it cost?
$600 to $800, something like that.
It's got a lot of, like, kickback on it.
You're gonna be sore for days.
Heard that one before. Dave here is going to tell me about this big sucker we got sitting in front of us. What can you tell me about this?
This is an M2HB heavy machine gun. It's belt-fed, rate of fire of about 500 rounds a minute. This is a current heavy machine gun for the U.S. military. It sits on top of a lot of tanks. It's used for anti-personnel, anti-material. Fires armor-piercing incendiary rounds to do a lot of damage. The bullet's a half-inch in diameter. Transferable cost between $20,000 and $30,000. Yeah, pretty expensive.
You get a car for that.
But this would tear up the car.
You know, if I didn't have to jump on a plane later today, I'd probably take this puppy home with me. I think I have gun fever.
Yeah, did it for me. Wow. Did it for me.
Watching this really blows Red Dawn out of the water. Nobody could ever defeat the American Midwest.
Yes, nobody
ever
will ever defeat the American Midwest.
Standing strong. Woo! You know what's weird is that all that shooting made me feel just weird.
That is weird.
I just feel like another song coming on.
Oh,
or
God,
something.
no.
I feel it.
No.
I do. I feel it.
No.
Stay out of the sun this summer. I am the green screen girl I can be anywhere around the world, from New York or Paris or Cairo, but I choose to sing a promo on Attack of the Show for a program called Her that's quite controversial and an advertising method that's way cheaper than commercials. It's speed, eating with physical component with contestants, throwing lunches up all over their opponents. On July 15th, put plastic all over your floor, save your carpet from the vomit hurting her on the G4 network.
you singing is a promo for Hurl. Exactly. Makes ears want to vomit a little bit. A little bit. Still ahead, a rare double fail with a twist. Find out what terrible song cover became a fail on the original artist. We'll see you in a minute.
Jay-Z's gig at England's Glastonbury Festival last weekend, Oasis's lead singer Noel Gallagher. Is Noel the lead? I think he's the guitarist and Liam is the lead singer. Anyway, Noel said the festival organizers were wrong to pick the rapper from Brooklyn.
Isn't Liam normally too trash to find the microphone?
No, he can.
I think that's what.
He can find that.
Well, Jay-Z confronted Noel's comments head on by opening his set with Oasis's Wonderwall. Sounds like the internet girl a little bit.
And just me?
Enough off.
Me?
You know?
Just to be clear, Jay-Z did fail his way through Oasis's anthem, but the fail is not his.
No. The fail is for you, Noel Gallagher. Okay, stick to fighting Blur or Radiohead. They're a little more your speed. You know?
That's a good point. Let's go to G4TV.com/AOTS for all things you saw today and more.
X-Play is up next. Remember, just because you make songs that sound like the Beatles doesn't mean you are.
Now, for all things you guys saw today and more, go to G4TV.com/AOTS.
And now, an encore rendition